Share away, guys.
There you go. That's what happens, guys. You knew that was going to happen.
Welcome back.
He's already on it. He's already on it. Truth hurts, guys. Look at that. 1,400 people that quick. Let's keep going. Keep going. I'm going to turn the comments off in just a minute. We're just going to hang out. We're going to hang out.
Hey, it hung on longer than I thought it was going to.
I knew it'd take them a little bit longer. So guys, we will. I will have Brandy go get Phoenix here in just a little bit, and we will show y'all. We as a family, as a home. Just so y'all know, I don't touch that monkey. Never have touched that monkey.
I don't let anybody touch that monkey. I'm very particular. I did finally let my grandkids hold him this weekend, but you can ask people who have been here. Alex was able to sit. Alex and Angel, when they came, I let them sit and help do some of his therapy inside of his enclosure because they are familiar with how to rehabilitate. Angel is a licensed rehabilitator. I did let them help love on him and do some of his kind hands therapy is what I call it. It's my choice of words. I call it kind hand therapy because so many hours a day I was having to do unkind things to him to get his ligaments, his muscles, the scar tissue, everything back into shape. He was 150 grams. If you know how little that is, that's very tiny. He would never have survived any kind of surgery in the shape that he was in. He would have never survived. Initially, I thought that maybe we could do the procedure. I spent many hours researching, talking to my mentors, talking to people who specialize in the tiny monkeys. If you guys know me, you know that I will go the extra mile. And guys, please be really mindful of your comments. Just go ahead and turn them off. We don't need to get another ban. If we do get banned,
we'll go. They're working on our other account and getting it back, the Lox and Ollie account. We'll bring the Lox and Ollie account back on, guys. We're not going to stop. Like you guys can. You're not going to shut it up, okay? At the end of the day.
I was going to go in.
It's turned off.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Here's my personal page. Brandy Tislow.
Lando Mama.
We will go there next.
Yeah, if we have to, we'll go to that one.
We'll go to this one next.
Like until we get this finished and we get our shit cleared, we'll use every account we got.
There's 2 more accounts after that if we must.
I actually have 2 more. And if I need to make a burner account, I'll make a burner account. I don't care. I know how to do that too, just like everybody else does. So we're gonna go through the X-rays now.
Yeah, let's go through the X-rays.
All right, let me flip y'all guys around here, so that way y'all guys can see.
Right here, you can see where his tail is broken. I will show you a video of that here shortly. Actually, can we go through the receipts first because they did mass report us for graphic content. Okay. So I'm going to try to get some other things out of the way before we go back into imaging because the last reports that they were mass reporting for was graphic content. So let's keep it simple, stupid here. And we will go over the receipts because Lauren is so worried about where the monkey's money goes. And Lauren, just in case I never told you, they do have a PayPal account. All of their money goes straight into their PayPal account and it earns 4% interest. And that's where their money goes. When we have a big project, that's where we put their money. We, out of their account, spent $23,000 to $24,000 on the outside enclosure. All money. I know that you accused me of using Phoenix's money to pour concrete or something about a bumper. I don't know. I do have money of my own. The monkeys have their money. It stays completely separate. And my personal account, Lando Mama, also makes money. And that goes to the monkeys as well. But you accused me of using Phoenix's money, which we did not raise $8,000 for him. But you accused me of taking $8,000 from Phoenix and buying concrete. I had one friend who anonymously donated $3,000, anonymous donation, because I don't think she wants her name out there for obvious reasons. And then we have a group, the one you got the little screenshot of from our Discord, the Lando Aunties. There's an amazing group of women who have followed us for a very long time. They love our mission. They love what we do. They love for us to share our life. They decided to come together and pool money. Whether this person donates $10 or whether that person donates $1,000, they gift it as a group. And I don't know who gave 10 and I don't know who gave 1,000. They worked in less than a week to raise almost $4,000, and they, combined with the $3,000, paid for the concrete. So if you would like proof of that, I will gladly give you that privately.
I need you to send me that screenshot of the homie deal. He wants to see it.
From Josh's text message?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Just send it to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got somebody wanting it. Anyway, so guys, we're trying to be transparent with all this, right? We always have been, and we always
very
want
transparent.
To be.
We have always been extremely transparent. Probably
we no, not even we. Her, she is a USDA exhibitor.
Federal USDA Class C exhibitor license, which gives me permission to exhibit monkeys here on social media, publicly or educationally.
As far as USDA funding,
Facility.
We get zero. If you can find funding for me, let me know.
I would love it. Because
I would build massive ass enclosures. I would build climate controlled enclosures if I could get funding.
If you're not familiar with where spider monkeys come from, we have actually taken in 6, and they all come from outside of the country. Poachers go in, they unalive the troops, they harvest the babies, they smuggle them across the border. You live here in Texas, you already know this. There's a need. There is a need. I could build 3 more enclosures just like that and have them full in no time, because
they're picking them up every week at the border.
Scary situation.
Picking them up every week. I literally just met with a highway patrolman the other day on a wreck, and he told me that they picked up at the border another 13 baby spider monkeys, and they were trying to send them to they were trying to find a zoo or somewhere to send them, and they didn't know where to send them.
And the zoos are full, you guys. They have utilized the zoos to the fullest extent, and it's not going to stop. We are in the heightened part of baby season. If you're not familiar, babies are born early spring throughout the middle of the summer, and they are going to continue to harvest every single primate they can get their hands on, because they're selling them to people for ridiculous amounts of money, and people don't even know what they're buying. And I spend a lot of time educating that and advocating for that, because I have a whole entire troop of these babies that came from that situation. I have had to watch the moms and the dads give up their baby. It's not fun. It's not fun. The behind the scenes things that I do that you guys have no clue about is not fun.
What the hell is vibrating?
I don't. What is that?
I don't know. Something in the attic.
Something.
I got a ghost in the house.
There, I sent it to you.
I already got it. All right, let's do the vet bills.
Can you put a sticker up?
No, I'm not worried about sticker. We'll go back to Lox and Ollie here shortly if they get it, or we won't. If this one stays up, we'll stay on mine until Lox and Ollie comes back, or we need to go to Lox and Ollie. They are working on Lox and Ollie right now. Obviously, whenever you start hitting nerves, it gets people wound up, and truth hurts. So let's go over vet bills, guys. That was a question about vet bills. So let's bring up the vet bills.
How do I make this bigger?
You deserve everything you get. Interesting.
Stupid iPad. Well, just show it. I don't know what happened. Just hold it to the side. Just only show that. Like, put it in front of the camera. There's some... I don't want people's names in here.
No, it don't matter. It is what it
Okay.
is. Like, it is what it is at this point. I don't even give a shit.
That's it. Right there. Just start right there.
Okay.
Just,
I thought you were going to do vet bills.
I am, but we can show that. And then I'll show the vet bills. And then I would like to bring Rip's mom and Devious into a box.
Damn, somebody done filled up my gift gallery. Hell, my gift gallery must be really fucking small. Oh, wait. I haven't streamed in like 2 fucking weeks. All right. So, this is
Please don't put the picture of my grandbabies on there.
This is from Monday when he started texting, and that's obviously the group message. This is what he said to my wife. You fucked with the wrong person. Yes, you did, buddy. Yes, you did. Money on your bumper also? What? What bump? We didn't do anything on a bumper. What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me see it.
So.
A scammer would be somebody who is hiding a secret girlfriend, who is using women to get very large gifting, who has spent 10 entire years never having a job. Greg and I both come from 20 plus years in the oil and gas industry. I actually, in fact, had a 27-year career in the oil and gas industry, where I paid 401k, where I had all the things in my career. Last year, when we started taking in intakes, Greg and I had a lot of talks, because it was getting to the point where I could not physically perform my job. I was a senior business development manager. I was the lead sales representative for an oil and gas company. I was the 4th employee with the company for 9 years. And of course, other oil companies prior to that, because I do have a 27-year career. But I talked to my husband and I said, I just want to raise my monkeys. I don't care what that looks like. I don't care if we live in a camper. I don't care what that looks like. I want to raise my monkeys. And the calls kept coming and the calls kept coming. So around September or October of last year, my customers were the largest customers of our company for the past 5 years. If anybody's familiar with oil and gas, companies grow, they get very big, and they sell. My customer was on the brink of selling, and they started to decline in production. That was the biggest customer of our company for many years, which allowed me to stay home and deal with COVID long haul, lupus, and monkeys coming into my life. I was able to do my job from my phone. And towards the 4th quarter, I sat down and had a really, really serious talk with my husband. And I said, I'm going to lose my job, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. That was my choice. He was fine with that. He supported that. He said, it's fine. Do what you love. We will figure it out together, because that's what life is like. So scamming, I am not. I use this app to bring in funding for primates that I advocate for. I did not go out and buy these monkeys. I did not go out and say, hey, I'm going to start a rescue. It just happened organically. People need. And I continued to help in every way that I could. We built an amazing team of support and love, and people who have watched us for 3 entire years and have watched us grow from 2 little monkeys into the life that we have now. Through support. It's no different than if you are sending money to the local dog rescue or a horse rescue or a snake farm or whatever it is. I am advocating and being the voice for these monkeys that are in need. And I am not a scammer. I am very transparent with every dollar and where it goes. I got a check from someone the other day for $500. I did not have to announce that. I was just speechless. Because
guys, we have people that literally pick up the phone, call us, text us, hey, we want to donate. Where do we got to donate to? Okay, well, here, send it here, send it there, whatever. So when we get these donations, prime example, we've got a carpenter coming in tomorrow. Our kitchen, right here, where this monkey cage is, this cage is being removed out of our kitchen, and we're enclosing a whole corner of our kitchen in and turning that into a full enclosure in our kitchen, where our capuchins are right here in a big enclosure in the kitchen with a doggy door to be able to go in and out onto the back porch as they want to. So scamming people's not what we're doing. We're not here scamming people. We don't ask, people want to gift. If you don't gift for this whole entire live, I don't give two shits. I really don't. Do we appreciate it? Yes. I try to thank anybody and everybody I can for gifting. But anyways, we got to get back to this before we get banned. We need to pull up the vet bills so then we can bring Grace in a box and Devious in a box.
Yeah, let me show these. I do actually have, and I just looked for the third bill. There's a third vet bill for $500 that I do not have a copy of or a screenshot of. I don't know how I mixed that up, but that was from my USDA original vet. The vet that Phoenix went to the first and second time was a specialist that specializes in the small monkeys. X-rays, all of the things the first two times. And then I was on the phone for no cost with a surgeon who specializes in caring for small bones that need repairs.
I didn't know I had a live goal set.
I didn't know you had either. You haven't been on in so long. She gave her time for no charge. Had she needed to do the surgery, it would have probably been about $10,000, and he may not have survived, likely would not have survived. So I spent many hours talking to her.
Thank you.
She convened with her colleagues. She went over all the rads that I had sent her prior to and after getting him. She sent them off to radiology specialists, and she said, "Brandy, we just can't. We can't." The non-union fracture on this baby was rough. Because of the cast that was put on there, not blaming Josh for that, he just did not know. He didn't know.
That
it was a lack of knowledge.
That part of it, guys, the cast was not anything to do with Josh.
It was lack of knowledge.
Yeah, the cast has nothing to do with him. Now, the broken leg, did he break it? I don't know. But all the things that I'm looking at, all the things that we've been basically sweeping under a rug and hiding and keeping away and keeping out of public eye points to yeah. I mean, yeah, it does. So now
it wasn't just a one incident. There definitely wasn't one incident. And
you can understand all money why I was in the situation I was. When I went live, I was pissed. Because I don't touch any of my monkeys that way. I don't hurt any of my monkeys. So you don't think for 1 second I wasn't mad about fucking somebody hurting a monkey, and then this dude wasn't gonna even fucking help. This dude wasn't gonna do this, wasn't gonna do that, and then bam, all of a sudden the minute I go live and all this, next thing I know, hey, like we gotta shut up, you know, and you know, my wife's like, hey, just stop. He's gonna pay the bills. He's gonna pay the bills. And
I'm very thankful for that. And for the accusations that I made Josh purchase that monkey, I helped source that monkey. I absolutely did. I saw how Josh took care of his cats.
We didn't make him do shit.
I didn't make him get the monkey. He actually did not pay anything for that monkey. I think $500 came from Sarah, and all the rest of that money was raised off of TikTok.
His mods went live and raised all of that money. His mods did. We didn't do anything. We didn't tell them. We just told them where they could get one. That's it. The same thing we did with Lauren. The same thing we did with another lady in Carolinas or wherever the fuck she lives. She wanted 2 monkeys. No, I'm just saying. She wanted 2 monkeys. We helped her get 2 monkeys. That's what we did. We didn't convince him that he needed another monkey. He wanted a monkey. He was heartbroken. He lost something that he fell in love with Brutus. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, back to the vet bills.
I do have the name of the vet and the email at the top are blacked out just for safety and protection, but you can see everything there. Feel free to take a screenshot. I'm sure you are. There's the bill right there.
$856. That's one bill.
That's one bill. Here's the other bill.
$444.
I do not have The third, there was the doctor's name right on there.
Oh,
whatever. I don't
get
care.
over it.
He's a specialist. I don't use him. He was a specialist that I went to.
He's a marmoset doctor, and that's a tamarin. That's a tamarin. He's a small monkey.
Works for the zoo. He specializes in small monkeys, and we did the best that we could. I'm gonna call Grace real quick and see if she can come.
I can look and see if she's in my live. Well, I don't know. I got so many fucking people in here. It's gonna be hard to fucking see.
3100. Hey guys, make sure you follow Lox and Ollie, please.
Yeah.
Follow Lox and Ollie.
God damn, we got mommy of the bees is in here.
Hi,
Damn.
mommy of the bees. I texted you. You didn't text me back. I said I love
All right,
you.
come on. Don't worry.
I can tell her I love her.
We got other shit to worry about. I want to get this live done.
Hey. Hey, are you on Big Daddy overalls? Can you come in a box for a second? So
I'll invite her. Just tell her to go in.
Come into the live. Greg will send you an invite. You just click accept. Hi, Spider Monkey Winston. She's in there.
Okay, I'll find her.
So if you look on the bottom, there's a little pink man and a little blue man. You can click request.
Yeah.
If you click that, it's a little pink man and a blue man. If you click that, there you go. Bottom one.
I know.
Oh, you scared me.
I know what I'm doing. All right, so guys, this is our friend. She lives in Florida.
We've known her for
This is our friend. She lives in Florida. This is our friend. She lives in Florida. This is our friend.
We've known her for
Wow.
Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? She's gonna have to cycle hers out.
leave and come back and request again, babe.
Close your whole app out, Grace, and come back.
Leave and come back and request again, babe.
Close your whole app out, Grace, and come back.
Leave and come back and request again. There we go.
I hate when TikTok does that shit. Fuck, I hate when TikTok does that shit.
It's okay. I'll turn the air on real quick.
Okay, let's see if that worked.
I'm here.
Okay, so guys, when we got the initial video that we got that night, Brandy got in touch with Grace. Grace lived a couple hours from where Josh lives.
Don't name towns.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not dropping names. They live a couple hours apart. Brandy got with Grace. Said, Grace, how quick can you get this monkey? She's
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, and Grace went the very next morning at 8 a.m. Right?
I think it was like 8:45 or 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
maybe. At the time, doesn't matter.
But either way, that she went first thing that next morning and got it. So Grace, go ahead, talk about what you when you showed up to pick up the monkey. What did you experience? What did you see? What did you deal with?
Well, we went and knocked on the door. Josh was immediately at the door. He was very, very like hyper.
Hey, you cannot say the DRUG word because it will cut us off.
Okay. Well, he was very hyper, very wanting to rush us in and out. And he was like, here's the monkey. And my husband was like, well, let's put him back in the cage because we're going to take him and go. He come out the door with all of his stuff, put it in the back of the truck. And I had to actually go pee. So I asked if I could go to the restroom. And Billy was like, please hurry, Grace. So he was nervous because of the way that Josh was acting. He was very, very hyper. So when we got in the car and left, it was like, I could not believe that we finally got that little baby away from being so hyper from him. The baby was just like so scared that I was even afraid to pick it up because I saw the cast on its leg and I didn't know what all was wrong with it until I got it home. And I believe I took a picture of me holding the baby and showed it to you. And the baby was just like so stressed out.
So I have a video that you sent me of his tail.
Right.
Can I show this video? Do you mind? Because your voice is in there. Okay, I'm going to show this. Right here.
You can tell that his tail's broken at that point right there.
I'm showing now. There's his little leg.
He was so fragile.
But y'all see the difference in how calm he is now versus where with her touching him versus what he was like in the original video that y'all seen where Josh was touching him.
And can you talk about the indention on his head and how crunchy it was?
Do you see when I touched his head how he like cried in that video?
Yes.
That was because he had that sword or that wound in the back of his head that he just was like, didn't want me to touch him at all.
He's very scared of hands. Very
Yes.
scared of hands.
Yes. And it was like, I didn't know the sore was as bad as what it was. I just figured that he did not want me to touch him. But then when you cleaned it up and I saw that, it just made me so sick. So sick. Because then I realized why he did not want me to pet him on his head. But then his little leg and his tail, I mean, he didn't even try to walk or crawl or anything. He just wanted to lay there.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I was like, oh my gosh, we've got to hurry up and get this baby to Brandy.
And I would like to, I'm Billy, I'd like to put my 2 cents in. When she went to the restroom and he reached in that cage, I didn't want to touch the monkey. I wanted the monkey out of there. And when he reached in there, he jerked that monkey out of there. And like it was just like a normal monkey, just reach there and grab it, pulled it out and tried to give it to me. And I seen the cast. I go, I don't want to hold that monkey out. I said, hey, just go ahead and put him back in the cage. And he just pushed him back in the cage and slammed the door. And he went and grabbed the cage and walked me out the door. And Grace was coming out and he wanted us out of there. And why, if all that pain that monkey was going through, why he did what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said,
Right there. It's really heartbreaking because you don't treat an animal like that at all.
Grace, can I ask you to talk about how many, like the repeated amount of times that you asked me to put Josh on blast and I said I didn't want to for the betterment of my troops? Can you?
Oh, exactly. I've told you several times. Somebody needs to do something about that. He doesn't deserve an animal. He doesn't deserve to have a pet. Not with the way that he treated that one. God only knows what he did to the other one that he lost, I mean, look at what Rip did to me. Look what Rip did to me. And I reached out to you. I could have hurt Rip. Billy could have killed Rip. But no.
But Rip loved me. Rip loved me, sat on my shoulders. He licked my ears. He sat right there. He ate popcorn with me but he just didn't get along. But the people that sat there and talked about you, it's amazing how if you look at Rip now, you can put clothes on Rip. You can go ahead and bathe Rip. We couldn't do that because he would tear you apart. But he was friendly to me, but I was scared for my wife. So he had to go to a better person, which he did. That's why we reached out to you.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Greg tried to love on him the other day and he scratched him in the nose.
But I love that little monkey so much,
I know you do. I know you do.
So much, And I would let him out, but I'd have to have combat boots on. I'd have to have jeans on, a sweatshirt with a hoodie, and a mask on with gloves, just so that I could play with him. But he would try to eat my face up. But to see him now, and to see him so happy, and to wear clothes, Brandy, how can anybody ever say that you don't care for your babies? I mean, I've known you for 7, 8 years, and I love you guys to death.
well, and Grace, like I said, I don't want to cut you short, but we obviously we're trying to stay moving and trying to get this done as quick as we can because obviously we want to put it to the end. I've got another gentleman that we're going to put in the box here when we finish up because he has the loudest voice, I think, on TikTok. And I'm saying that with all the utmost respect. Right. The son of a bitch has got a loud voice. It seems like everybody on TikTok can hear him. And I mean, I watched him before he ever even knew who I was. And like I said, the fact that he's involved, you know what? I'm going to give him that opportunity to get in this
Right.
box and address it face to
Well,
face.
I'm glad to see that Phoenix is doing a wonderful recovery with you
He
guys.
is.
And like I said, here in just a little bit, guys, we'll go get Phoenix, and y'all can see the remarkable full recovery he's made. You know where he is, all that, and so forth.
Well, I appreciate everything y'all do. I really do, and I love you guys.
All right, thanks, Grace.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So, guys, like I said, you know, we didn't want to get to this point. We didn't want to have to sit here and defend ourselves, and unfortunately, this is where we're at, and it sucks. It truly does. You know, one of the. Did you pull up that text message I asked you about?
I'm trying to find it, but I would like to show these while I have it here so that they can see.
We already showed the red lights, did we?
No, we did not.
No.
So let's show those.
Here's the bills for the red lights, guys. So just show you, like, there's the red light therapy.
Here's the original purchase that I made that I did pay for myself. And remember, we have a code for my granddaughter who has brain cancer, code 22. If you go to Bond Charge and make a purchase, you get to use her coupon. So I got like $140 off of this. So my total was $805 for the first red light, which gave me two. I bought the small one for like localized treatment, and then this bigger one to put on the top of his treatment enclosure, making my total $805 after my $130-$140 coupon. The second one, Josh and I were on live together, and he said, let me buy him another light. Let me buy him another light. And I said, Josh, it's fine. I can move this one back and forth. He was kind enough to say, no, I want to send you $1,000 to buy him the bigger light. No, I take it back. He said, I want to send you $1,000. I said, you don't have to send me $1,000. If I get the same one, it's $800. He said, I don't care what you do with the rest of the money. I'm going to send you $1,000. So he sent me $1,000. I could have pocketed the whole extra $400 or $500, but I didn't. I bought the bigger light, and it covers his entire enclosure. And if you look on here, it was $1,000. Where's the light? Where's the thing? Maybe this is the wrong one. There it is. I'm sorry. It was $1,000. I used my granddaughter's coupon code. And yes, I did not spend exactly $1,000, but it was $919.21, which put some extra money in my bank account for the monkeys to go on other things. I can promise you, I didn't buy something for myself.
Hey, guys, I was asked real quick to clarify something. Anthony, All Money, reached out to me. He is going to come in a box here in just a little bit, so we can address anything that he has openly and talk about it. And that way we can do that. He did clarify when he meant his
Hey, can you come
homie
back?
deal
You have to
that
turn
we
the
read
camera on.
that we showed earlier. He did not intend that to
It's
be
on Big Daddy overall, so you got me on my Lox and Ollie.
a violent deal. He would never
Yeah,
do
they
that.
did
He
this.
said so.
Okay,
He personally
Just come in and
texted me
request.
that
Okay, bye.
and apologized for that, and to make sure he clarified that there's a guy that I guess that's his TikTok name, and so that wasn't an actual threat of violence. So I can commend him for that. And like I said, I think we're going to like I said, he's going to get in a box later. And that way we can do this, because like I said, I got a lot of respect for the guy. And if we can clear the air, it's great. Like I said, this dude, like I said, he's probably got one of the loudest voices on TikTok. If you guys know him, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all see him all the time. He's got a loud voice on TikTok. So, but anyways, like I said, we'll get back to that. He'll be in a little bit. He's dealing with some stuff with his kids. I'm not going to disclose his business, but like I said, either way, when he'll let me know when he's available.
Turn
So,
the back AC on, please.
anyways, we'll take your sweatshirt off.
I don't have a shirt on underneath.
Well, that was dumb.
None of this would have to be being done right now if it wasn't for Cooper Kate. So if you're following Cooper Kate, please unfollow me. I don't want anything to do with that person. She obviously has a vendetta out for me, and she's going to do it in any way, shape, or form that she can. Here's Devious. She's a very good friend of mine. I've known her for about, gosh, Devious, 9 or 10, 11 years. I don't even know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a long time. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So guys, just so you guys understand, Devious is set up on our USDA.
She is under our USDA licensing. She can help.
She is considered basically our
Employee.
transporter, whatever you want to call it. She, unfortunately, we when we have to get a monkey, or if myself can't go, Devious steps up. And
She's our babysitter. She's a handler. She knows how to care for monkeys. She's been through lots of training.
yeah, she steps
all
up
the
and she
things.
takes it. So Devious picked up or drove over.
I'm
and,
just going to let her take from here because she's only going to talk about the condition of the primates.
Yeah.
So, well, can y'all hear me still?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, sorry, I don't want to turn the camera on just because I have my grandbaby here.
No, you're fine. Don't.
I did go pick up the baby. The baby was probably not in the best condition. The cast was probably way. It just wasn't. It wasn't good. He wasn't really moving around well. I guess because I've been around. I'm able to know being around the other primates. There were wounds on him from the rubbing of the cast that I could see. I did notice in the beginning too with his little head, because he's real tiny, that his hair looked like it was all completely slicked back, like something hard on it. It just looked dark. If you see him, you'll see that he's so dark, but the hair was just as if it was just thick gel, like slicked back on his head. He moved around, but not too much. He would kind of come out when I would feed him. When we'd make our stops to feed. I chose not even at that point to even handle him at all, like in my hands, because he was just not in a position, I felt, for me to even handle him. I felt like him being there in his little cubby with his blanket and his stuffy right there, that he was better off than me moving him around at all. When we did stop for me to feed, he would come to the little side and I'd do the little, it's little teeny tiny little sprint, like a little syringe. You pull the milk up, because it's not like I could feed him with a baby bottle like the other bigger primates. But it was very it was disheartening to see.
Yeah, the text message.
Yeah, I'm going to read the
I
text.
did.
Just show 'em.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, like even if I just set aside, even just going like it wasn't good. It hurt to see. Like I said, I didn't want to touch him really. When I did at one point just open up to see, like to do his little head, that's how I could see that it was hard, there was no loose fur. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just hard, like all stuck together. I did not know what it was. And like I said, I did not take him out. I just let him stay kind of like hidden. He would come to the side with his little head out. Like I say, he had other sore spots. When I first did see him too, I noticed the tail. To me, the tail looked very badly in multiple places. And that's why I say, like, I didn't want to get in, try to get him out, try to call him or anything. I knew that when I got there, I wanted to get back home as soon as possible, because immediately he was going to go to the vet. So I just needed to get him back as soon as possible.
and we met late at night.
Oh,
We
yeah.
met late at night, and I got up the next morning and took him straight to the
He went
veterinarian.
straight. I got in late night. I did try my best to try to push it to come through.
She didn't even
It was
stop.
good
She
trying
didn't
to
want
get
to
there.
stop. She wanted that baby in my hands as quickly as she could get him. I remember that. I'm trying to find the text message.
I the longer I took to get back, I really just felt like it was harder on him, and like I say, there are certain sore spots that I could see that were just, at a certain point and go, okay, rubbing, but looking at all the other factors into play, like the tail in multiple spots, that alone.
Here we go.
So guys, this was her texting us on the road coming home. You can see the date right there, Thursday, February 13th at 6:44 a.m.
Yeah.
He's doing good on the drive, but for some reason the fur on his head's all slicked back.
Yeah.
Feels like gel slicking his hair back, but I have no idea what it is.
Just
There's
honestly,
another one that says, I said, me and Sarah changed his name. He will never hear Ryan again. Fuck that trauma and leave it in the past. I will start to call him that. So.
checking on me. I did. I the timing even was stuff, I was hoping to be back earlier. I got hemmed up on a few things that kept me there, longer till I got back. But he was not in a condition when I went to go get him. What my understanding at that point, all we knew was there was his broken leg.
And mind you guys, Devious handles our monkeys on a weekly basis. She is out here.
Yeah, and just because some people say like, "Oh, I don't see you over there." Well, sometimes I do stay quiet. I am there. I don't make myself present because
like a little troll. She's my little garden troll.
This isn't my my life per se. I enjoy them. I'm on a different type of friendship with them, knowing them,
No.
the family and things like that.
Whatever.
I want to, how do I say? For me personally, I was really upset. I was really angry about seeing the condition because I thought, certain little things, they just add more and more to the injury to see. And then by the next day, when I actually got to see the full extent from the vet of what was happened, and that was really hurtful. And all I could do is just go, I'm glad we were able to get him home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was upset because immediately I wanted to just say something. I wanted to show him, those things. But it was more just talk about like, we just wanted to make sure he was safe and he was good, and he was. And
can you also tell them about me telling you that I didn't want to?
yeah, that's what I didn't know. I didn't know how far because I don't want to like go too far on somebody's mental health and stuff. But I did say multiple times, no, this and Brain let me know, and she explained to me, and I understand mental health, and I had already been aware as well. And I was very considerate of going, you know what? I understand that something so harsh and being attacked and you're already in a bad place, it can really cause even more damage. So I was just going, okay, you know what? You're right. We have him safe here. He's seen a vet. Moving forward. Let's move forward. But I'm not going to lie. Every so often I just go like, oh, I want to, but it's, the bottom line is he's got the medical attention and things like that he needs. He definitely did not just have the leg issue. It was really sad.
And you were here for numerous days, even after watching him go through therapy and watching him deal with the things and watching me have to do things to him to make him better that were not fun, and watching me cry and crying together and all the things.
I know, I'm trying not to get upset about it even.
I know. And Lauren,
the way it makes me feel, I don't know if anybody understands this, because it's like, I don't want to throw stones because I don't like.
I don't either. We've never been that.
Very honest.
Ever.
I'm also very honest with stuff, and I've always been, even here with TikTok from the very beginning, even seeing me, I'm just very blunt about something, and it's like, okay, that is, but it did bother me not to go, hey, let's just say this. But I also understood with it being saying, like Greg and Brandy were in a different friendship relationship. They knew other personal things about an individual, and they just said, hey, Devious, we'd rather not, like, let's move forward. And that's what was chose to do. And now all of a sudden it's as if they've hurt this monkey, and that was not the case. This monkey was injured. And I'm not trying to just be like, oh, just to be mean. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the God's honest truth. I'm not here to save face for anybody. I went and got that baby, and he was hurt. And it's something that
I
small,
did.
the injury to it, to me, that wasn't like an accidental, those aren't accidental injuries,
No,
of
this
a
isn't
flick.
him
This is
jumping off
something very
and tennis
intentional.
repeat incidences. And
And
I was so careful about how I handled this situation for all of the reasons. The only people who knew about the whole story were the people who had come here to my home. Devious, Lauren, Ashley was here. And I think Angel, my tightest core of core did not know. They did not know until yesterday what was about to go down. And that's how important it was to me to just move forward. I did not want to do this. So Lauren, I hope you're proud of the mess that you have made. I hope that it gives you the fullness that you were looking for. And how dare you say that I did that to that baby? How dare you?
I'm in shock. You know me, I don't, it's not about like, oh, let me choose a side. This is the truth. This is not about a side. For me, when it comes down to this, like, I love people, and to me, wrong is wrong, and what happened was wrong. And I know during the conversation with Brandy Greg, it was just spoke about because, like I said, their friendship was on another level to know deeper personal information, and it was just let me know like there was some, maybe mental health that was going on that it could really hurt the person. And you know what? No, we shouldn't
I'm trying to
protect something, but also moving forward, because at the end of the day, everybody wanted the best thing for
be shown.
the monkey, and that's what was happening. I literally went and got him, brought him back, like drove straight through as much as getting through, and got him to the vet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Devious, we'll let you get off so that way.
We have a lot more screenshots to
Yeah,
show.
we got a few more screenshots we got to go over and all that good fun shit. So
Yeah, unfortunately, it's come to this,
Yeah.
and
Thank you. Thank
people
you
really see
so
and know
much
and understand.
for everything that you do for these monkeys. I know
Yeah,
you do
of
it with the
course.
deepest love of everything and for our friendship and for the monkeys and all the right reasons. I truly appreciate
Yeah,
you
of course.
coming on and sharing
Always for
that.
the right thing, you know.
I know, babe. I know. I'll text you later.
bye, Devious.
Bye.
All right, guys. So this next picture that I'm going to show you is literally a text message from him about his monkey
To Sarah.
to Sarah.
To Sarah. She did actually change it to do not answer.
Yeah.
I
You
actually
can't see it up there. It
I
says,
actually told her to do that to help her through her mental processes of the damage that he did to her.
look at that. Look at that right there. Look, right there. I hate this monkey. By the way, he's fucking worse. He can seriously, really?
I don't care. I don't care.
Wow.
So the next time someone gets mad at me because I texted my friend that Josh likes GAYPORN, don't chastise me.
Here, look here. There's some more of that conversation. This is between her and Josh, right?
Sarah and Josh.
Look at that. Look at that.
Right there.
Oh, wow. Wow. We did all of that. We did all of that while we had a monkey loose. Wow.
I hate every bit of this.
Wow.
I hate every bit of it.
Wow. You guys are getting all of that, right? Y'all getting all that? Okay. Guys, this is the kind of shit that we're talking about.
Oh, here's another really good one. Here's another really good one. Look at the amount of blood from a bite on Josh's hand from a 150-gram monkey that caused him to deserve to be hurt. This amount of blood is why the monkey deserved the treatment. I don't give a fuck about this monkey, dude, because he bit him. and made him bleed a little bit. Okay. Yeah.
So, anyways, long story short, guys, I truly I hate it. I do. I hate it. I hate that we've had to go to this. I hate that we're in this scenario. Why don't you go get him and bring him in here so we can show.
I am making sure that I have a ton more screenshots to share.
Yeah, but we don't have to share.
But I think we got the gist of it.
I think everybody kind of understands where we're at.
I would like for you guys to see the healing processes of the wound that was on his head. On top of the blunt force trauma to his head, he had 7 broken bones, and he had 7 to 8 compression wounds from the cast. I am not blaming Josh for those, but you can see, and all of these videos and pictures were sent to Josh and Sarah to see the progression of the wound on his head. So it started out as let me pull up that one first. It started out looking like this, as you saw. There's the trauma to the ear. Whatever he was struck by smashed his ear into his head, causing the blunt force trauma. And that hole did actually not, where's the other pictures I just had up? It did not just scab over and close up. Every time I did his water therapy, he would get some water on his head, and I just had those pictures. Where did they go?
I have no idea. I don't know where half the shit is on your phone.
And that wound slowly closed through a progression of just getting smaller until I ended up with the wound, hold on, that looked like this. I just had it. Where did it go? Here we go. The hole just kept getting smaller and smaller, as you can see, through treatment, until it was, I can't find the picture. I just had it.
Well, just go get him, and then they can see him in person. Because we have nothing to hide. He's right here.
Until it was completely closed up, and it was actually fused to his skull. So where you can take your skull and move it, all of his scalp would move except for that one spot. So I had to continue to do massage therapy to loosen up that scalp away from the skull. And he actually has full mobility of his scalp at this point. Let me go grab him.
So yeah, so we'll bring him in here now, and like I said, he's healthy, he's great, is all of that. So just remember, guys, there's the old wise man told me one time, a leopard never loses its spots. Remember who you're supporting on this app. Remember, a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire. We keep all receipts for every reason. We've chosen to take the high road time and time again. And then today, this live was finally enough for us. So this, guys, is Phoenix.
Say hi, Joe.
Phoenix is very healthy. His head.
He will get mad at you.
Hi.
Give him a little bit of Cool Whip. I know, Bubba. It's okay. Get so mad at Mama. It's okay.
Phoenix is very traumatized by men. He does not like men.
I don't let Greg handle him. Ete, give it to me. Ete, give it to me. Give it to me.
Here, you want the Cool Whip?
Okay, there, baby.
Oh, right in your hair.
It's okay.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
I know. I don't got it.
Look at that. Oh. Yeah.
And I will say, through all of his therapy, all of the mean hands that I had to put on this monkey to heal him, all of the nice hands that I had to put on this monkey, and to this day, he has never bitten me. Has he wanted to? Absolutely. Has he wanted to? Most definitely. If you don't know how to handle these little guys, they are going to put yourself in a situation where they can bite you. Y'all have seen me change his diapers. Y'all have seen me do all the things. And he's doing amazing. And I can't imagine him being anywhere else but here. And for those of you who think that I scammed, I could have gone and purchased from the same breeder a monkey just like him with no abuse issues, no wounds, no therapy, no long-term scar
I don't
tissue.
have no more, see?
He's going to be very arthritic for his entire life.
You don't want
I
me
could have
touching
got
him.
my own baby if that's what I really wanted. But
She's the only one that can touch him. Y'all see him? Y'all see his reaction towards
I
me.
know, buddy. I know, buddy.
He does not like. He doesn't like men. He doesn't like big hands. The kids, the grandbabies, held him this weekend.
I've never let anybody hold him, and
And he
just
loved them.
those kids.
He loved the
them.
kids. They were small. He got to hold the kids. That's him.
Jumped and played all in the playhouse
You
for
can actually
about
see
an hour. So
see his head back here. His head's healed up. It's all the hair's grown back. He's got full mobility in his hands.
he can walk paw down again instead of army crawling. His fingers were stuck like this. I worked very hard on his thumb. I worked very hard on his fingers, his wrist, all the things. So
So guys,
He's a big boy now.
I'm Anthony here.
I'm gonna go put him
I
back.
gave him the option to, if he wanted to do this, he was more than welcome to come in here. Obviously, y'all guys have seen me and him on screen together. And at that time, I was trying to cover up some shit that I probably shouldn't have covered up, but I was in the situation I needed to. Anthony, my apologies for anything I said to you out of line, sir. Like I said, I've always had a lot of respect for you. I've watched you before you even knew who the hell I was even remotely alive. So you've had some of the skits that you used to do back in the day were fucking hilarious. Like I laughed my ass off watching some of that stuff. So I appreciate you taking your time. We have chosen time and time again in 3 years to take the high road, right? Like we keep receipts for everything. Do I agree with you 100% about the group text? Yes. I fucking hate women in their fucking group texts. But you know what? Women are like I said, they're like chickens. They all get together and they cluck about bullshit. So anyway, go ahead. If you've got questions, you want some clarifications, I want to clarify.
All right, for everybody in here, first, listen, I understand that with a platform, this is not my biggest platform. I have multiple. I have almost 1 million followers on different accounts. I do have a pretty loud voice, and a lot of people come to me when it's time to expose somebody or people are scamming. And unfortunately, we're on a fucking app where a lot of people try to get away with it, and they raise money for people. They raise money for things. I bought a kid a knee twice. Like I bought a kid a prosthetic knee twice because I got scammed. But I understand that with my platform and calling people out 1,000%, I don't think the group chat was kosher. Like you were talking about my friend behind his back, but that's whatever. When you put something out in the air and your facts aren't together, okay, I was unaware that you didn't reach the goal on the GoFundMe. All they said was that you reached the goal. So that's $8,000. I'm sure you guys can understand that. Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Internet.
And that's why I'm transparent about it, right?
I seen the text. I just texted this man and I had him send me all his bills. And then I sat there for the last 30 minutes calling all those vets and verifying the information. It's my responsibility to apologize when I'm wrong. I'm wrong on that. Do I agree with the group chat? No, but I'm firmly confident that any money that was raised for Phoenix was given to Phoenix. Like I said, I'm not into the monkey business or anything like that.
I wasn't either, buddy, until I met this woman.
I do have to apologize. Okay.
Hats off to you, sir.
So I apologize for using my platform to say that. I wasn't aware that you didn't reach the goal, and somebody told me that you did. I don't know about your past or all your past or why people hate you and all that stuff. It's not really my business anyway. I'm super happy that little monkey, because my team helped pay for that monkey.
Did you get to see him?
So did ours.
I got to see him right now. I got to see him.
He loved Cool Whip.
I got to see him.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get into all the other shit,
Yeah. No, it's not. That's not. This ain't the place, right? That's not what it's about. We wanted to clarify and get everything out in the open. And like I said, I hated to go down the road we went down, but when you call out, when you go to the plate to play ball, you better be ready to play ball.
I just need to say that what has transpired is from Cooper Kate, who has obviously had a vendetta out to try to destroy me and discredit who I am. But in doing that, you are harming my troops. You are trying to take away support and funding. And that is not okay.
I do want to. I said yesterday, I'm as honest and straight as it gets. You know what I mean? You mess with my family or friends, and yeah, I will. To clarify, everyone knows who the Mexican homie is. He's an influencer.
I appreciate that.
I didn't know who that was. When I seen that, I was like, whoa. We getting a little
I don't have no Mexican homies that are gonna come get you.
But I need you to understand that I have primates in a very large enclosure, and I have
I would never do that. I would have went to
whole world to
USDA.
protect. I felt very threatened, and he planned on that. That's what he wanted, was for me to feel threatened.
I sent Greg a screenshot of that guy's profile. He does exposing and scams and stuff like that. And I was like, how far do you want to take this? Like, if they're really doing this and they're robbing you of your money, like I have some people that will really bring attention to it. You know what I mean? So, the Mexican homie is an influencer. You guys can find him on TikTok. Okay? Exposing scammers all over TikTok, right? Absolutely. But I'm not talking about a car full of cholos with beanies on.
Hey, I'm from South Texas. I know that those things are real. So
I'm glad that monkey's doing well. All right. I'm gonna have a live later to talk about some more serious issues, but I was wrong with the money, and I apologize for it from the bottom of my heart. Absolutely. I don't know about any other business and stuff like that, but I am here.
And just so you understand, whenever we talk about the USDA, I wish we could really find funding from the USDA. Like people have said some stuff about there is this or there is that. If we could find funding from the USDA, do you know what kind of enclosures I could build for monkeys? It would be amazing to have some climate controlled, enclosures in South Texas. The humidity down by the Gulf is it's like 100% most of the time. And whenever here in a couple months, these poor monkeys, we're gonna have to figure out how to keep them cool. We're gonna have to get cooling systems for it, and stuff like that. So, I wished I was getting funding and could say I had funding from the USDA. You would see an amazing enclosure, an amazing facility.
We aren't a facility. We aren't a funded facility. We are it's basically considered private collection. I don't have a nonprofit organization. I don't have anything set up to where people can get tax write-offs or nothing like that. I simply have built an amazing platform. We have people who pitch in and send us groceries a couple times a week. We have people who pitched in and bought me a whole photography session for my birthday. There's nothing scamish about anything that we do. And that was very, very hurtful.
Listen,
because there's a woman out there trying to take away from my primates, and that's not okay. If you love my primates and you care about my primates, you want nothing but the best for them. And I hope you block that person. Cooper Kate.
And with all due respect, I'm gonna let you get to you and Cooper's problem, okay? But I could come on here and say is that I wasn't I just verified everything Greg sent me. And I wasn't aware that you reached that, and it's actually one of the rarest times that I didn't go all the way through. But I know you guys understand if you say people say, well, they raised this much money.
Well, but Anthony, in your defense, and guys, I'm taking Anthony's side on this, right? In his defense, if somebody said that about my best friend or my best man at my wedding, you damn right, I'd go guns out, guns blazing. I got to respect.
But when you have a large platform, you need to do
homework. The group chat. That's why I went off on you the first time. I didn't like the group chat, but I understand where you guys are coming from, and a lot of things. I watched your whole live. So I'm gonna have a live of my own tonight to talk about some other stuff, and in the meantime, just know that I'm sincerely apologize for getting those numbers wrong. I can say with confidence that 3,000, almost 4,000 people in here that I don't fuck around or play when it comes to verifying people or treating my platform and the influence that comes with it in a low fashion. And I verified every single thing. So I'm confident for the people that are watching this. I don't know about any other case or any history or any past, and I really don't give a fuck. But when it comes to that little monkey right there, every little dollar that you guys possibly got, and probably more that came out of your pocket, I'm assuming.
Well, and there's stuff that we didn't even talk about. Like we had one lady who bought him a brand new $1,000 cage to put him in. Like she paid for that out of her pocket to buy him an amazing mansion.
If people want to do that, then that is up to them. We're on an app that is full of people that have the means to bless people. But I was wrong. Those numbers do make sense. The ones you sent me, they're not doctored for anybody that's going to sit there.
There's also so that was a specialist. That is not my primary.
I told him about primary when we didn't have it, but if he wanted it, I'd call tomorrow and get it.
I talked to him enough. I talked to every single person that was on that little list in the office. So I'm confident that not only did you spend what Jhop or everyone else gave you on Brutus or whichever monkey this is,
Phoenix.
that you probably had to come out of pocket some more. So I wasn't aware of that, and I'm sincerely sorry for it.
Well,
you didn't deserve that, and I wish I'd have done a better job of verifying it yesterday before just popping off in my mouth. That was extremely irresponsible of me.
At the end of the day, Anthony, it takes a bigger man to admit when he's wrong, and like I said, I can respect you for that. And with that being said, if you and your family ever make it to Corpus Christi, Texas, you got a place to stay. You can come hang out. You can let your daughters come hold monkeys.
Y'all ain't getting me over there with your little monkeys. I don't do monkeys.
Yeah.
But I will say that I'm glad that little monkey right there is in better shape and better health. He looks good, and I guess that's all that anybody can be grateful for.
Absolutely.
I'll talk on my live tonight for my people that are in here. I know the chat's off, but
yeah. I did that, Anthony, because I have a short fuse, and people they know how to trigger me, and when they start triggering me, I didn't want to say something that was going to get us in trouble. So like people know how to trigger my senses. So I turned the chat off for my safety and to be able to keep the platform going. And you could tell when we started getting into the details earlier, that's why they banned our other live, because people started mass reporting quick. And whenever you start revealing, facts and actual receipts, sometimes people don't want to see that no more. So, but yeah.
I'm gonna have a pretty rough live tonight. I'm gonna leave you guys so I don't suck up all your clout. All right.
I would appreciate that if you have any further questions or concerns, please reach out.
Anything, hey, my last message to you. Anything you need.
I'm satisfied. I'm confident that little monkey looks like he's in great shape, and I know a lot of my team.
I have a recording from Josh talking on his live about Phoenix coming here with us, and he said it's okay, it's nothing but a chapter in my life, and I need you, Josh, to understand that these monkeys are my whole world. They're not a chapter in my life.
Well, we'll get to Josh later. Listen, I'm gonna go down.
Right.
Take care of that monkey. I feel like you guys are doing a good job with that monkey. He looks great. And
Thanks,
again,
sir.
I apologize. Okay.
Thanks, sir. All right, guys. I'm going to turn our comments back on for just a minute. Just to hang out. We want to. If you guys aren't following our monkey page, who's Josh? Jhop? It'd be Jhop. That's who Josh is, but I'm not worried about that, guys. I'm going to put our monkey page back up on. I'm gonna pin it on. Put a sticker up with Lox and Ollie. If y'all aren't following the monkey page, guys, I'd like to.
You got to go all the way out.
For what?
It says meet me.
Oh,
Like, don't tell me to hang on. I'm trying to help you.
Oh, I thought I was. I'm dumb when it comes to this. Sometimes I'm not real good. So, guys, right up there on the bricks, right up here on the bricks. That's our monkey account, guys. Y'all are more than welcome to go follow that. We live stream.
Thank you, Robin.
We live stream on there. We live stream on there all the time. It's going to be you're wasting your time trying to read all this.
Deborah, you could just not watch when Greg is on. Greg hasn't been on TikTok in 2 weeks, hun.
Yes. So I took some time off of TikTok, guys. I may come back. I may not. I don't know. I've got some personal stuff I'm dealing with and going through and handling on my own. I have a job. I have several jobs, more than one. At the end of the day, we've taken the high road for 3 years. 3 years. I've told my wife time and time again, fuck it, go, blast their asses, blast them. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. From this day forward, know one thing. If you come for us, we're going to come back. We're going to come back. And we're going to put it out there. We're going to put it out there for you to see the facts, to see the truth. Am I trying to be a better person on here? Absolutely, guys. I am trying to be a lot better person on here. I am horrible on here sometimes. They know how to trigger me. Y'all know that. Y'all have watched me. All that bullshit, I try to do more and more and try to do better and try to do better and try to do better. But sometimes it's hard. And what you got to understand is when we put y'all in, or when we get into this situation, where y'all are watching us every day. You watch us live all day, every day. It's our life. The people that have been here, the people that come and hang out, the people that have stayed at our house, they see the same people that you guys see on live right here every day. Every day. We've got 3,000 people in here. Why didn't we pursue charges? It's in another state. We don't have that. That's not, I'm not worried about all that, guys. The fact that, the one thing I can say is I'm strong because I have glue. This woman keeps me glued together, believe it or not. You guys we may fight and bicker and argue, but this woman keeps me glued together and keeps me moving every day. Am I a pain in the ass to her? Absolutely. Is she a fucking pain in my ass? Absolutely. I hate her? No, I don't hate her. I love her to death. I'd do anything in the world for her. Hence the reason I've driven all over this country to pick up monkeys for her. The reason I have done everything I've done around this place and converted my whole house, my kitchen, everything into a monkey enclosure. Like, I have no dining room table. I have no kitchen table.
Yes, JJ Meow, Mango Monkey, and Cooper Kate. Cooper with a K. I see some people asking in here about Brutus. Josh was on something and slept with his monkey and rolled over on him in his sleep. He is no longer with us. I also see people in here asking about Beth. And I am going to speak on this, and I will not speak on it again. When you are taking in primates as owner surrender, I accepted every single monkey that has come into our home with whatever it is that they came to me with. I do not like to speak openly on issues or situations.
No.
I do not like to speak openly on issues or situations.
No, person with a 00 account. If you want to know about a video, go to our fan page. You can subscribe there and see what all's in there. Go to the fan page and subscribe. You can find it under Big Daddy Overalls. If it's freezing, guys, it's probably because somebody.
We won't even touch all the things that I've done for her or vice versa. But I will say that she was with me the fourth time that I took Beth to the vet. I, as you guys have seen, received Beth in a very concerning health situation. I worked effortlessly for 3 weeks.
And mind y'all, guys,
educating myself.
With Beth came to us from a very wealthy family that did not pay for one dime of any of her care. Everything we did for her, we did out on our own, and whatever we made off of this platform.
I have learned a lot from Beth. I educated myself every single day. I talked to, I don't care what Lauren defended me about because she posted about Beth on Reddit, and I don't care. Lauren is a horrible person who has caused a lot of problem, and I will never forgive her for what she has done.
TikTok shop sells monkey biscuits.
This could have all been perfectly handled very well. I chose to walk away from a group text and a friendship because of the betterment of my husband's mental health. And she went off the deep end. That is on her. That is not on me. She's dragging Stormy along with her. And I care not to speak about that ever again. I have them blocked. I have all of their keywords blocked in my chat. And I just wanted to quietly move forward. That was it. Just two platforms drifting apart. But they couldn't allow that. They bashed me and bashed me and bashed me for 5 solid days.
Beth is a monkey.
Beth is a 5 to 10-year-old marmoset that came to us as a surrender. As you guys know, we have taken in 11. Not counting Daisy, she was a USDA transfer from one USDA license to another USDA license. She was a gift from the heavens above. They all were. But regardless, Greg went, he got Beth, he brought her home. Okay, Lavender, bye-bye. No, I didn't. I did, however, get upset.
Don't change it, keep going.
And say that somebody who was bashing my daughter with a 00 account made me cry. And they took that and they ran with it and played victim, including taking the time to bother my daughter who just got out of St. Jude's Hospital. But Beth came to us sight unseen. Greg arrived home with her. She came with the only story I got was she had never been handled. She had never been to the vet. She had never been indoors. She was living in an enclosure in a barn, being cared for by a ranch hand. That is all that I know. I will take in any primate sight unseen, and I assess the situation. I share what I am comfortable with sharing on open live or sub only live because I do enjoy sharing my life and the processes that we go through, but there are times when I have to keep things to myself. And Beth was very, very sick. The moment I laid my eyes on her, you guys heard me say that something is not right. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed. It is very hard in South Texas to find a veterinarian that knows everything about marmosets. It is very, very hard. Beth went to the vet a total of 4 times. On the first week, second week, third week, I started to get very concerned. I made an alarm post on a primate page that I'm on. I did everything that I possibly could, working with my vet, trying to care for her. She was rapidly declining. over just a short 3-week period. And I was able to get help from somebody who is very knowledgeable on primates, very knowledgeable on marmoset. Based off of the symptoms that I was dealing with, we decided that she probably had marmoset wasting disease. And if you're not familiar with that, it comes from roaches and filth. And once it attacks their system, there is nothing you can do about it. Day 5 in my possession, she was taken to the vet. A blood work panel was done. I was struggling really, really hard to find somebody who could help me decipher the blood work. Per my vet, he was concerned, but we didn't know which direction to go. You cannot just give a marmoset a blood transfusion, not only because it's so hard to find a vein, but actually finding a marmoset that would match their blood and risk harming that marmoset to take blood from them to give to Beth, there wouldn't have been enough. I do know that I made the right choice. I took Beth to the vet for the best amount of help that I could get for her a 4th time. The vet that I took her to was more rehearsed on marmosets. I did try to baton pass her to somebody who would take her to a vet up north that knew a lot more about marmoset wasting disease. We do not know for sure if that was the ailment that she had. I couldn't get her there. And traveling with her and transporting her could have caused even more harm. Taking her to the vet 2 hours away was very harmful to her, but I was trying to find the help for her that I could try to find to help her. The lab work that I had from day 5 was not viable for life. Day 5 was not viable for survival. I did not find anybody who could help me with the processes of all of that. I educated myself in every way, shape, or form that I could. The 4th trip to the vet, I was advised to let her go. And so I did. Lauren was standing there with me. And it really sucked a lot. The 2 ladies who were helping me suggested that I donate her to the university. So I did. I sent her to the university so that they could do a case study, and hopefully she can help somewhere along the way. Hopefully she can help us learn something. And that's it. We wait. And we don't have a success story like Phoenix every day. We don't get to have a successful Phoenix story every day. So, I won't get her back. I wait. And I was truly, honestly, just trying to wait for that report so that I could share it with you guys and we could all learn something. And Lauren just cannot stop. She wants to hurt me in every way that she can, and that is okay. She's very, very deeply concerned about where these monkeys' money is being spent, and it's truly none of her business. She can continue to call all of my closest friends and my core people and bash me in any way that she wants, and if you choose to leave me based off of what she has to say, then that goes to show what my friendship ever meant. Sharing that information on Beth was a very shitty thing for her to do. And again, I will never forgive her. I don't care to ever speak to her. If you want to follow and support her, please block me. I'm done making monkey friends. I'm just done. I'm gonna stick with the ones that I have, and it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Guys, just so y'all know, this account right here, that's our monkey account. If you're not following the monkey account, make sure y'all go follow it. We still live stream the monkey. We will be back live streaming the monkeys.
Did we get a 7-day ban?
No, he's working on it right now to get all that removed. You know, the one thing I can tell y'all, for those of you guys that that jump on the train of talking and supporting these people whenever they when they turn on us or they start talking shit, some of those people got blocked. Some of those people got blocked out of our deal. We watched, we seen the names, we seen the people talking shit, and we just blocked them. Fuck it. If you're gonna jump on board of that train that quick, then you don't really know us, and you don't really support us. We literally just showed you guys every bit of the truth. Somehow, some way.
That was about half of the screenshots, by the way.
There's a lot more that we could have showed, but it would have been here for hours. We don't block people with just a certain amount of followers. No, we don't.
We blocked 0 accounts.
Yeah, 0 accounts, you're getting fucking blocked because I know damn good well you're fake. Lauren turned because Brandy chose to walk away. We talked about all that in the live, guys, in the beginning of the live. All that was in the beginning of the live. We talked about all that. Brandy chose to step away from that friendship because of what she had to say about me. At the end of the day, we have to be a team, whether we like each other or not.
Am I guilty of complaining about my husband to her as a friend? Absolutely. I complain about my husband to you guys. It's no secret. That doesn't mean he deserves. It doesn't mean he deserves. For her to say that he deserved to get let go from the fire department, I was done. I was done. I don't need a friend like that. Is my husband a pain in the ass? All day, every day. But he's my husband. And neither one of us are going anywhere. We have 13 monkeys to care for.
You have a question, Leandra? You're more than welcome to ask your question, Leandra. If you guys see Leandra ask a question, please pin it for me. I don't like it like that.
Stop.
If you need glasses, you go get glasses.
Don't, Alexia. Just don't.
Did we find out what caused the head injury? No, we'll never find out what caused the head injury. We will never know.
That was not from falling off of Josh's shoulder. I can promise you that.
Hang on. When people donate, it's the public's business. Not on this app, it's not. Just saying.
The people in our core that donate, they don't. I have someone who sends us money privately to support these monkeys. She doesn't care. I have several people who send us money privately because they know it's going to go to the monkeys. They know without a doubt it's going to go to these monkeys.
Yes, y'all hear Oliver banging because it's 7:30. It's
Hi,
time,
baby, that's your babies.
It's time for food. It's time for dinner, and that's one of the reasons that we're fixing to log off. At the end of the day, guys, we wanted to come on here, and I hated to say that. I wanted to make sure. That's why we hide it. We don't hide shit. We just showed you everything. If we were a 501c3, we would have everything open. If somebody wants to cash at me $2,000 right now to pay whatever I want to pay, they can cash at me that. Why was it kept quiet for so long? Because we took the high road. We took the high road. We were handed $5,700 and basically said, hey, let's keep this off TikTok. Just handle it. Just take care of it. Just keep it off TikTok.
And I'm very thankful for the financial support. Phoenix is going to have severe arthritis for his entire life. He gets red light therapy sessions 3 to 4 times a day. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for all of the help that Mondo and his family have given us to provide the enclosure for these monkeys.
I'm coming.
It's not about, here's $5 for Phoenix and here's $20 for Kobe, because I can promise you anything that Mondo does for Kobe, he's doing it for all of these monkeys. Yeah. Every single one of them.
Mondo donated his whole shop and his freaking crew to help build all the panels for that entire enclosure out there, plus sent a welder and his guys over here to help me finish building it out. If that don't tell you about what all these people do for us, then nothing will ever tell you. So,
Thank you, Becky.
at the end of the day, thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get off because I've got some pissed off monkeys that need to eat dinner, and I'm going to spend some time with my wife this evening because I got to get up early for work, and we don't have any kids here. So we're going to get monkeys in bed and hang out. And
I want you guys to understand something. All of this that's going on right now is going to harm the potential of the next intake. Do you guys even understand the magnitude of what is happening right now? The next person that's going to think about wanting to call for help or support may not want to call me now because of what has had to happen. I did not want this. I did not want to do this. I did not want to share these things. I did not want to spend hours and hours the past 2 nights to gather screenshots, and I only showed you half of them. You only saw half of them. There's other videos. There's lots of other things. I didn't show them. I did not want to do this. It makes me nauseous. This is not who I am in my core, and I'm not doing this again. I am not going to do a repeat of this. I needed to get my side of the story out because I was being attacked. Not only was I being attacked, ridiculous things were being said about me.
how'd they get the damn door open?
And I sat back because you didn't lock it.
Go.
I sat back and I sat back and I sat back because I only wanted to spend time with my grandkids. Hi, naked booty butt. Loxley's naked. Maybe you should lock the door, Daddy. He did lock the door, Daddy. Daddy doesn't follow the rules around here.
I
There's
didn't know you could
protocol.
open the fucking door.
You know they can open the door.
You open the damn door, Oliver.
If anybody has a question or a concern, don't hesitate to reach out. We're not trying to scam anybody, and I don't appreciate being called that. I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
Let's log off and make some monkey dinner.
Elizabeth, thank you for asking. Thank you guys for asking. If you go to Lox and Ollie, we do have a link tree. We have a Amazon wish list there. We have been very, very blessed with the amount of support that we have gotten. Not only do we exhibit the monkeys here, we exhibit them publicly. We do private interactions. We do all kinds of things to help bring in funding to help take care of these guys.
Guys, I will tell y'all, the Discord, I shut the Discord completely off, and we will reactivate.
Our Discord is going to be fine.
I will reactivate the Discord now that we've got everything situated. I shut it off because there was just drama, and I was like,
That's amazing, Chelsea.
I was done. So I will reactivate the Discord, and you guys can go back to the Discord and do everything.
If you're watching Cheryl, shame on you. The woman's never probably even seen a primate in person. She's clout chasing. She's trying to build her platform by bashing us. So if you're watching her videos, shame on you. I'm sure she's here. Hi, Karen. You're a Karen. Hi.
She said, I gotta finish that bottle. So make sure you guys pick up that Lox and Ollie account. We'll be back live as soon as they lift our ban. We will. I don't know if we've got it back yet or not. I'll look and see real quick.
This is Loxley. What was that?
The TV.
It's my personal page. Lando Mama. Lando Mama.
Hey, come on! You got to go over here.
Leave her alone. I will go live on my
Come on,
page.
Go over here, Bubba.
We'll take the ban. We'll take it.
No, we won't. She'll fix it. Can I have it?
And you got patty cake.
Look, Timu Monkey, come on.
Michael. Get it, Michael. Yeah, that woman is way off her rocker. Way. She wouldn't know a monkey if it slapped her in the face.
What happened to my tea?
Probably. Probably a monkey. I do. I love my baby. I love baby.
Okay, guys.
I want to tell Michael thank you for coming into our chat. I know it's sad. It's sad the things that people do to bash other people. There's another primate creator here on TikTok that I was very sad to see that blocked me. I'm not going to say the name, but I did used to watch their videos all the time, and I would assume that because of all this mass amount of hate coming after us, it just sucks. So Michael, thank you for being in our chat.
M Street, you better get to work on that account. I need to go live with the monkeys.
2,400 people in this chat. If you guys are not following Lox and Ollie, don't forget to follow
Yeah,
Lox
right
and
there.
Ollie.
Right there, guys.
Right there at the top.
What am I waiting for? We got 1 million likes already. Y'all did 1 million. Good job. Way to go. Way to go, guys.
It's
All
all
right,
done.
we're gonna sign off.
Say bye. Say bye.
I gotta take care of some other shit
bye.
real quick, and then we gotta get monkeys fed and get them ready for bed. And I will. We'll get the Discord going back up and going here either tonight or tomorrow, and that way you guys can have y'all's.
Mondo. Thank you, Mondo.
Oh, you know Mondo was here for tea. So, you guys be good, and we will see you guys can have y'all's.
Mondo. Thank you, Mondo.
Oh, you know Mondo was here for tea. So, you guys be good, and we will see. You know Mondo was here for tea. We will see.